Hello.
Hello. I thought we were going to do that thing you wanted to do, the silent show.
Oh, we doing this? That's a great idea.
That was your idea.
Yeah. We just don't say anything for 45 minutes.
No, we're not going to do that.
Well, you're watching After Hours with Jeff and Julia, and you're catching us on, most of you watch us on Facebook, but you can also watch us on KSN Plus, which is our new streaming service for Roku, Apple TV, and Fire TV. You can download the app. It's super easy, and we've got all those instructions on our website at ksn.com. Hopefully on KSN soon you will see directions all over our broadcast of how to install KSN Plus. A lot of unique content. Our newscasts are there. This podcast is there. We've got some sports show. I talked to Ryan today from our digital team, and he has informed me that we have got a lot of really good college preview sports shows lined up that are on KSN Plus that you can only see on KSN Plus. So anyway, there's my spiel.
Also, comment live with us on our Facebook, our KSN Facebook. We love to interact with people there. Today, we are talking about what would we do if we were not in TV news.
If we had a different...
In another world.
Another world, another timeline.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah.
Look at the movie reference there.
That's similar. Yeah, Galaxy. That's Star Wars.
Thank you.
Okay.
Full circle there.
This is a tough question, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because I've never thought about doing anything else. So when you haven't thought about doing other things...
So maybe backtrack.
Okay.
Why? What drew you to the career?
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So this will get... Oh, geez.
Many moons ago.
Didn't ever want to be what I am. Had no ambition. I didn't go, I want to be a journalist or a newscaster, whatever. Talking head. Never. And I got into a media class in high school, and we were able to do some radio. They took us to a radio station. We were able to do some radio, and I liked it. And then I liked sports, so then I got into the newspaper in high school because I could write. It was easy. I covered sports, but I also played sports, so I could get quotes from the team after our games.
The opposing quarterback said.
No, I wouldn't talk to the opposing quarterback. But anyway, long story short, when I got out of high school and it's time to go to college, they're like, well, what do you want to major in? What's your major? And I'm like, and I was like, broadcast journalism. And it just happened to be there. I had to have something.
Yeah.
And then I took the classes, and then I got an internship, and then I never left, and yada, yada, yada. Here we are. So it wasn't anything that I set out to do. I just never left, because every time I would get done with something at the station, another door would open. They'd say, hey, would you want to do this? Do you want to do this? So I guess now you have some perspective as to why it's a difficult question to say, what would I do if I hadn't done this? Because I didn't even really see myself doing this. So, and there was nothing else. But I've come up with some answers.
Okay, that's good, because we have 45 minutes.
We do. So I was going to take 43 minutes to give you the backstory.
Yeah.
What about you? Was it easy for you? Do you have something super easy that you're like, oh, absolutely, I'd be doing this
today? And no.
Okay.
I think I had things that I thought I'd be interested in that for one reason or another.
You're not?
I'm not. Or you kind of change your mind, or you go in a different direction.
What would those be? Give me something.
I feel like there's a lot. I wanted to be an ophthalmology for animals. My uncle is a vet, and he is a dermatologist for animals. So I got the advice of specialize. It'll be really great. You'll make a lot of money. You get to work with animals. And my dog growing up, it was a bad dog, but it had allergies. And so then I thought, I could do ophthalmology because she also had eye issues. So I thought that would be great. Didn't do that. I wanted to do something in the space industry, but I was terrible at math, so I didn't do that. I think I would have.
Attorney, right?
Oh, I did take the LSAT. People get really impressed by that, and they're like, "Wow, you took the LSAT." They let anybody take the LSAT.
I haven't taken it.
Well, you could. So I'm like, don't be that impressed. But I studied for it. That was the plan. But it was never to be a lawyer. It was for my career in journalism. I took the LSAT my senior year of college.
Okay.
So and then in college, I thought about going into communications and being a professor, and focusing on leadership development and things like that.
Okay.
So that was kind of the path that that I wanted to go down.
So what today? Like what would you be doing? Because you just mentioned a lot of things that you obviously were not. You're like, I'm not so sure about that. It's tough, isn't it? And we'd like to know what you would be doing.
Yeah. What do you do now?
What do you do
what
now?
Would you be doing?
And then what would you be doing if you didn't do what you do now? I think for me, it would be something in automotive or
I could see that, or
the
fishing.
outdoors.
Yeah.
The outdoor industry. There was a time when I wanted to be a professional bowler.
Oh, were you good though?
No,
Okay.
I thought I was, and but automotive kind of came around later in life. Like when I went to Chicago, they put me on they had me cover every year the Chicago Auto Show, and so I kind of got into that, and not just the cars.
Yeah.
I kind of fell in love with like the business side of things, like the R&D, like the research and development, and all of the and all of the strategy that goes into these automakers, and how it's all timing and what they've got in development and when they want to roll that out. I really got into that. Fascinated me. And I've always
feel like
liked
that's
cars.
marketing a little bit, which is also kind of what we do in terms of like working with, we market ourselves. We create some of the content that markets the show, and so I feel like that goes a little bit with that.
It does, and I guess maybe like to be more specific, it's like, man, what if I just was automotive journalist,
Oh yeah.
But also, I wouldn't mind, selling cars. Like that sounds crazy, but I've always had this thing about, car dealerships, and I like car dealerships, and I like, and then I had a buddy, I had mentioned this to him several years ago, and he was in the car business, and he said, well, if you like working every day, get in the car business.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I don't know. I kind of work every day now, so I feel like
it also is a little bit in like sales. Go with me on this, and especially people at home. It is the task of saying, we were kind of talking about it a little bit before with our executive producer, and I said, I want to do something that is not a group project. So if I'm doing a story, I also rely on people to agree to do to do the interviews with me, and it feels like it's a group project. But also part of it is sales of, will you do this interview and share this story or this experience or whatever it is? So I think that goes into your car selling mind.
Well, and I'm a terrible salesman.
I disagree.
No, I am. My dad was that's what he did for a career, was a salesman.
Yeah.
And sales is such a skill. Like if the top salespeople
are
so good at it.
They are. It's a skill.
They're like
for sure.
wizards, like they got the Jedi mind trick or whatever it is. Is that what that is? I don't know. Anyway, another Star Wars
I only have the one. Yeah, I only have the one movie reference.
But yeah, I mean, and then you get to a point where, and I think everybody does this. It's had a long career in whatever you do, but you start to think, you get to that point in your life, you're like, maybe I should try something else. But then you look at your birth certificate and you know how old you are, and you're like, I can't try anything else. I'm stuck in this.
I think
you get too old to build something new sometimes. And I know what some people will say is like, no, you're never too old but really you are. you are. So then you just ride it out, with what you're doing now. Because you're old. You're just way too old. You're just an old person.
With soft, squishy bones.
They're very brittle.
Squishy.
Very brittle.
I don't know. I think you could. I think you could have a second wind. I did for a period of time. I thought maybe I will do. There was a period of time where I said I'm going to look for jobs outside of the industry, outside of the news industry.
I think everybody goes through that phase. In any career, I think most people put their foot in another pool just to see how that is.
Here's where it backfired, though. So I don't even know how it came across, but I got an alert from LinkedIn that said, we think you'd be great for this position and you should apply for it.
LinkedIn.
So I'm reading the description, and it was for the Phoenix Mercury, the basketball team, and it was player development. And I was thinking, that's like media relations, working with like how to build a brand, how to do some of those things. And so I'm reading this, and as I'm reading the description, it's not. It's working with people on their basketball skills and their technique.
I think you'd be perfect for that.
And I read that, and I said, LinkedIn is off their rocker.
Hey, man, LinkedIn is, I tell everybody in our industry, because here's another truth we feel like we just give all this TV stuff away. Most people that work in this industry are always looking for another job. Almost always, all the time. Now, that's not good because some of the best advice I ever received was
Marry the market.
marry the market. Wherever you go to work, have the mindset that you're going to retire there. Because if you're always focused on the next thing, you're not getting anywhere with where you're at right now. You're not really focusing on being in the moment. Anyway, so they all go to LinkedIn, and that's like the worst place to apply for a job.
Oh, yeah.
I tell everybody, and here's a helpful hint if you're looking for work. If you see a job on LinkedIn, a job opening, and you want to apply, go to that company's website and apply there. Don't apply via the LinkedIn link.
Yeah.
Just some advice.
Maybe that's why I'm not a player devever now.
That's exactly why.
And
because
I've never
you would have
played
got that
basketball.
had you gone to their website.
Yes.
You'd been teaching dudes how to dunk.
Yeah. It was
You'd
the
be
women.
fine. You'd be teaching women how to dunk.
Women how to dunk. Probably not, but I like that it popped up. I feel like it's a missed opportunity. That's what I should be doing.
Yeah.
That's my takeaway from your.
So I guess mine would be automotive then.
That's cool.
Or fish or outdoor. Like the outdoor industry is interesting.
Yeah.
Like selling lures, developing new lures. That sounds like a fun job.
That sounds better than selling lures.
But all those dream jobs don't pay anything. Like you're like,
I like how sometimes I will say something and you just breeze right over it. I'm not acknowledging
what did you
her.
say?
Selling lures. You just said no.
Did I not?
Because that's what you said. But I don't know if you said it with that tone.
No, I sounded exactly like that. You're right.
That's what I think.
Selling lures.
Selling lures. Right. You got to do the shoulder action.
I'm not going to shimmy when I do that. So, yeah, you get those dream jobs and then they're like, oh, yeah, the compensation is nothing. You're like, oh, I need to live.
Yeah.
I need some money.
That's what they say. Don't work in Florida. They pay you in sunshine.
Yeah, in San Diego.
Yeah.
Same way.
I did apply for a job in the Cayman Islands, in the Grand Cayman.
Ooh, nice.
They had a TV station, and I reached out to the news director there, and he emailed back, and he said, hey, I love your tape. I'm going to keep it. We're not hiring right now.
Yeah.
But next time we hire, I will give you a call. And then 3 months later, their station got shut down. So I think he knew. That's why I wasn't working there.
Then that was good, though. He did you a solid.
He did.
Because some people would have just hired you. Happened to me, not me, but a similar situation.
Mm-hmm.
I left. I had a job in Topeka for a year doing sports.
Mm-hmm.
And I left after a year. And I was a weekend sports guy, and they hired somebody to take my place.
Did you
But
know that?
I didn't, but that GM knew that place was shutting down in 2 months. And this poor guy, he moved from, I don't know where he was, Massachusetts or something. I remember his name. And he moved to Topeka, and he started his career as a weekend sports anchor, and 2 months later, they shut down.
Yeah, that's rough. That's so rough.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's unfortunate, but that does happen sometimes. And then I think that guy's out of the bit. I don't know whatever happened to him. I tried to look him up once. I couldn't find him.
Yeah, that will spoil your experience for sure.
That will definitely taint your outlook on the business.
Yeah. I think that is, we talk about pulling back the curtain right into our lives, but also into the industry. That is the industry a little bit to an extent, especially back then. At the height of, TV news careers where 100 people were waiting in line for all of those jobs.
Yeah. It was hard to get a job back then.
Yeah.
Even if you were good. I mean,
it's the nature of it.
But so when you got that job, you wanted to make sure you kept it. And you wanted to it was a big deal.
Yeah. Olivia said, hi, Jeff and Julia. Boop.
Hey.
From yesterday.
I know who she is.
Yeah, but with the boop.
Oh, did we boop it?
We booped it yesterday.
I thought we were boop, boop. No, it's the thumbs.
It was the thumbs. We decided to...
Double T's.
Thumb it up.
Thumb it up. Oh, yeah.
Doug's...
Getting thummy.
Thummy. Doug said, now retired military turned defense contractor. I would have done, performing musician.
That's cool.
Would you have played an instrument? Would you sing? What is performing musician?
That'd be cool to be in a band.
Oh, it'd be cool to have musical talent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. It'd be cool to have talent.
It would be. It'd be cool to have talent. Yeah, you're right. I don't know what that's about.
Christine said, happy Wednesday, Jeff and Julia.
Hey, Christine.
Olivia said, I used to work for my dad. My dad was self-employed. He sold lots of stuff on Amazon, and I'm certified in Word and Excel. But after that, I did photography, and now I want to be a stay-at-home. I want to be a stay-at-home daughter. That's what Olivia said. I want to change my answer.
Dabbled in that a little bit. It's the stay-at-home daughter stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't for me.
It wasn't for you.
No.
I get that. Not for everybody.
No.
Doug said LinkedIn is exactly how I got hired into my current job.
Boom. So sometimes LinkedIn does come through for you.
Doug also said I'd buy him Docky lures. So that Docky was from yesterday, but thank you for playing into the lures.
The Mintry lures.
The Mintry. He said he's in. And Corey, random though, said, what are you going to eat on trash day this week?
Ooh, I'm going to have a burrito.
We like random too.
I'm going to have a burrito, which my trash day is tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, yes, because you're off on
And
Friday.
which, by the way, on a programming note, next week we're only going to have one podcast. Wednesday.
Yes.
Wednesday. So we'll have to do, what did you do
It's going to be like 4 hours.
on Wednesday? Ooh, maybe we can extend it. Yeah, well, hey, maybe we can extend the time. Maybe we could try to do an hour.
We could do an hour. That was a joke. 4 hours.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
We'll talk about
So
it.
trash day, I'm going to do a burrito, the microwave burrito.
You do love the burritos.
I love the burritos
and the chips.
here. I don't know why.
I did have chips tonight for dinner, and
And you regret it?
I sat down and I said I regretted it, and you said I told you not to.
No. You said
I told you so.
You said, "Will I regret these chips?"
That was last
and
night.
I said, "You never regret chips."
I said,
but I was lying.
No, last night I think you said you will always regret that.
I always do
Yeah.
when I have the chippies, like
Chippies.
after a certain hour.
Yeah.
But no, so to answer your question, trash day will be burritos and chips and Red Bulls and chocolate and Starbursts
And donuts.
and donuts.
The list just goes on.
Unless somebody doesn't bring them, and then no donuts.
Maybe I think you'll have a donut. I've got like 4
You
desk
think-
donuts that you could have from last week.
You got a little mini pantry going in your
There's no
drawer.
donuts in there for the record.
Little mini pantry.
It is a little bit. Bill said, hello, you filthy animals. Also movie reference, which I got. So, movie reference.
Animals?
Filthy animals from Home Alone?
Filthy animals, yes.
Yes.
You filthy animals.
Is there something now that catches your eye in terms of work? Like when you see other people or you get to interview people and you think, oh my gosh, that's a really cool job.
You know, this is funny. I tend to gravitate toward, to answer your question, peaceful jobs.
Yeah.
It's like, I look at jobs now like maybe 15 years ago, like be really ambitious and you'd be like, I want to be the head of the whatever. I want to be the top dog at whatever, right? Okay, but now I look at stuff, I'm like, it would be nice just to have a really relaxing, low-stress job where you could still contribute, make a little bit of money, maybe not much. But like when we take the road trip,
Yeah.
and it's like, you know, this is Margaret, and she works at the coffee shop 3 days a week or something.
Yeah.
Or this is, you know, what was the other one? Like we went to the garage in Salina, and it'd be like the people that kind of take care. And I'm not saying that's a relaxing, no stress job, but it appears to be when I'm there.
But it's different for sure. I think
Yeah.
all jobs have stress. My mom said yesterday, even, she said, the stress that you guys deal with, because she said all jobs have stress, but the stress you deal with is different because you are on a deadline. Everybody in the building is on a deadline every single day.
Yeah.
And I thought that was an interesting
Here's the other
assessment.
thing. Excuse me.
Bro.
Years ago,
Bro.
I got a little. I'm tired. I got years ago when
You
they had
just had an energy drink.
the turnpike. I thought it'd be fun to be like a turnpike person.
Oh, yeah. Like
You
the
hand out the
tolls.
ticket. Well, now they don't exist, but you know the cars drive up and you give them the ticket or you take their money, and you get to work in one of those cool little turnpike things. But now they're all gone. I mean, they don't exist anymore. But
I'm glad I had
I
the
thought that would be
experience
neat.
with them.
did you get to? You had this experience,
I
but
had the
they were already
experience.
digital when you were doing
No.
it. You actually physically.
So here, and this is embarrassing because I had never been through a toll before.
Oh.
And it was right when I moved here, so almost 4 years ago. And I'm already new. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know how anything works. And so I get up to the toll, and I said, wow, everyone in this line is cruising. I said, I'm going to get in that
Oh man, that's the K-tag line.
line. I didn't know that.
So it just stopped and you couldn't go.
No. I just zoomed right through.
Did you hit the?
No, there was no. It was like where it like if you had a K tag.
Did you get a ticket?
So no. So here's what happened. So that line I just zoom right through, and then it dawns on me. I probably shouldn't have been in that line. There's like I didn't have to pay anything. I think I did something wrong. I didn't know what to do. So I get to the next side, and I got in the right lane. Well, now nobody's in the booth. And I don't have a ticket.
And you can't
And
get
now I have
through.
all the cars behind me.
No.
So I had to click the little intercom and, hi, I'm so sorry. I just moved
I messed
here.
up. I need some help.
I don't know what I'm doing. And I was going to an event, so I'm really overwhelmed. I don't want to be late. The person was so nice, and they said, well, where'd you come from? And I told them where. And they, all of a sudden, and it popped up on the screen. I paid and they let me go.
Let you go.
Yeah.
No.
But man, I
had no idea.
I don't know why everyone's complaining about these tolls. I just zoomed right through. That was wrong.
Well, I wanted to work there at some point.
And you could have been the person to help me.
Doing the boo 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 boo.
Boo, 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 boo.
So yeah, but I think it worked out. I wouldn't want to start something new now.
Really?
No.
Not a new adventure.
Well, that's different. Like I don't want to start a new career.
But that's the adventure.
No, that's disaster. That's not an adventure.
Why not?
Really?
Yeah.
No. Man, it took.
Your wife is watching at home, and I'm sure she's like, no new adventure.
It took 15, 20 years to get here.
Yeah.
I don't have that kind of time to build anything anymore. I don't have 20 years to build something new. I don't
look at it as like something fun. I look at everything as chapters. I don't know how long this, and I'm sure that broadcast news is going to be out by the time I can retire.
It's growing. It's getting huge.
We're thriving. But I think eventually I'll have to have a new career. I just don't think TV news is going to be what it is. I think
there will be. I disagree with you. I think that there will always be good, rewarding career opportunities in broadcast.
Journalism.
Yeah, in broadcast. I do.
Really?
I think it'll look. It's clearly going to look a lot different. But I think there might be different roles, different things. I mean, you have. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's not going to go away. It's just changing. It's not going to go away.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see.
You are right about 90% of things.
Yeah, but 10% I'm way off. But
that's actually true.
I would say that there will always be opportunity in this industry. It's just not going to look like it looks now.
Yeah, it'll look different.
But they're going to need experienced broadcast professionals. There will always be something available, but just maybe not the way things look right now.
Interesting.
That's how I feel.
I do like to learn about other people's jobs. I open my world to new opportunities. I love what I do, and I want to do this for as long as they will let me be here.
This is the thing about learning about other people's jobs that you mentioned that I like.
Yeah.
Because you learn that nothing is what it seems. And so you see somebody doing an occupation and you're like, that looks fun and easy and rewarding. And you don't.
I never look at it and say it's easy.
And you don't know how what that person had to do to get there, all of the other things that are involved in an occupation that go beyond the brief moment that you might be crossing paths or you're in that wherever it's at. So that's why I'm fascinated like you. I love to learn the ins and outs about other people's careers.
Oh, yeah.
And all of the stresses and challenges and things that they come up with.
I would have wanted to be a meteorologist had I known that, like the weather existed. I would have wanted to be.
You can't. It's math, man.
It is a lot of math.
It's just like there's no way for you.
There is no way. There is no way.
Or me. That's why I'm not a meteorologist. That's why I went into sports.
I didn't know that weather existed in Arizona. It's hot and hotter. That's it. And then I move across the country, and there's amazing things.
Stop it right
now.
It is.
You
didn't know weather
silly.
existed.
And I don't mean that in a real way,
I
but
really can't. Yeah.
But you do. It's hot and hotter in Phoenix. But then all of a sudden you have snow and you have
You're like,
tornadoes.
What is this?
What is this?
What is this
wet
crystal
stuff?
discharge from the sky?
Wow.
Oh my God.
And obviously, like, we have snow in Arizona, but like we didn't have severe weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would tell you that, being a meteorologist in San Diego would be fun.
Yeah.
Or LA.
Yeah.
But I have a friend that is like he's a vice president at an aviation company in town.
Yeah.
Big VP, worked his backstory is incredible. However, when I see him, sometimes we have lunch every now and then, and he's a VP, so you think, oh man, he's a VP, and there's like no stress. He makes all this money. He's a vice president.
I don't think
all the guy does now is yell at people on the phone. I'm not even kidding. He just screams, and these are grown adults.
Yeah.
And every time I've been around him in the last like 2 years or 3 years, he'll take a phone call on a random Saturday. He's just on his day off. He's just screaming at people on the phone, and I'm like, wow, I didn't know that was like part of the job is like a lot of anger and rage.
To me, what
So
sticks
I
out
wouldn't
on
go
that
that road.
is that everybody, no matter what industry you're in, you're always answering emails on your day off, taking calls on your day off, doing all of those things. So I think that's part of it.
It is. But so you see somebody do something on the outside. I always had this saying too, like, just because we make it look easy, it doesn't mean it is. And I think that's in everything.
Yeah.
When you see people do something and they make it look so effortless, like so easy, it's not.
Can I tell a really personal story?
I don't know. Can you?
It's not about me.
Is something okay with your
It's
neck?
about you.
Your
Yeah.
neck?
I had an itch
Okay.
right there, and then I just left
What is the personal story?
And it's a downer, and then I'll read some comments because those are better. But you talk about this job being hard, and there is a moment that will forever be seared into my brain. And we were out in the 4 o'clock, and I was at the interview set, and I'm setting the scene for him, but we're across the studio. And you and Lisa are at the Matrix, and you talk about, like, it's a hard job, and everybody has hard jobs. And Lisa's mom had just passed, and your dad had just passed. And we were in commercial break, and both of you guys were talking about just the difficulty and the grief and the stress. And the director got in our ear and said, "Stand by." And the red light turned on, and I watched you and Lisa turn on. And you and Lisa had pretended like nothing was wrong, that you guys were happy, you were happy to be there. And there is so much respect in that moment that nobody else at home gets to see, that our job, right, is to come in. And you say it all the time, our job is to be perfect. But you come in, and our job is to, help people get through their day and maybe bring some levity in some moments and bring the important news of the day, no matter what's going on in our world. But when that door shuts and the red light goes on, you go on.
It's funny you bring that up, because I would be curious to talk to some other television professionals that have been doing it for a long time, like us, that I think and I just had this conversation because this is kind of an issue for me, but when you're, in a sense, performing your entire life.
Okay.
Well, I think actors have this problem too. But when you are every day, like live television news, every day you're doing it. It's not like acting because maybe you're filming a project or something. But you're always, like you said, on.
Yeah.
That I think sometimes it does create an issue when you're not able to compartmentalize or deal with like heavy stuff. Sometimes because you're trained subconsciously to just
move
on and move to the next thing, and you're all day like today.
Absolutely.
Well, today we read a story about kids getting shot and killed in a Catholic school. So you and there's an 8-year-old talking about the guy jumped on him and saved his life, and then he got shot in the back, and you get you're inundated with this for years. And so I think it might have something. It might be a correlation between sort of bearing your feelings, or at least not feeling a certain way when maybe it would be healthy if you did feel a certain way. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Like I kind of feel like that's, and I don't know, I'm sure maybe I'm the only one. Maybe they're like, no, Jeff, it's you. But maybe there's other people in this business that.
I think everybody.
It goes back to kind of the Ron Burgundy movies, the Anchorman movies, where a lot of people that have been doing this kind of become that character. Like, not us, but going back in the day, like you'd have like these old school anchor people that got really big in the 80s, and they kind of become the character, like the newsman persona or newswoman persona sort of engulfs them, sort of like takes them over, and then they're like that all the time.
Yeah.
And I don't, and I've met some of those folks that are, it's so, and then anyway, I don't know where I'm going with this, except it's not that way now. I mean, I don't feel like that's us.
I would say it's definitely not our brand in terms of like, at least when I went to the evening team, and there was a little bit of, you and I talk about our brand, which is we're going to have a good time. We're going to laugh. We're down to earth. And I will tell, like, my favorite compliment is when I run into people and they say, oh my gosh, you're exactly like who you are
we're
on TV.
ourselves though. And I will tell you guys real quick, I tell everybody that, and I've been blessed to make a career out of it. But a lot of times when people get into this, they try to play a part. Like they watch Dan Rather, or they watch Tom Brokaw, or Walter Cronkite, or Katie Couric, and they try to be something they're not. Or there's how should a newsman be? Good evening, and it's like that's.
It makes me laugh though, because I'm like, see, it truly is not an act. It's Jeff and Julia. So if you don't like Jeff and Julia, you just don't like us.
We literally don't have an act.
So I'm like, if you don't like it,
I wish we did.
Us.
I wish we did. I wish we were like George and Gracie. And
I don't get that reference, but that's
it's George Burns and his wife Gracie, and they were a comedy team back in the really early era. And anyway, I like George. I'm a George Burns fan. No, we're not going to talk about that on this podcast, but I love George Burns. Anyway, he's got a fascinating thing about how he didn't have an act, and wish he did. So that was my reference. Was I wish some days we had an act, but we don't have an act. No act.
No act. It's true. Olivia said, watching this live is always the highlight of my day. I look forward to it.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Which I love that. Thank you, Olivia. And then Doug said, my wife and I are addicts. Love the show. See, I just said that, and then I'm like, gotta clarify.
Well, they're like
got you, Doug.
Like Doug's a big part of the show.
Doug is a big part of the show.
All these people now are like, you're literally carrying the show, Doug and Olivia. Without them,
it's the four of us.
It'd be like a 6-minute podcast. So we need your help. Yeah. So we appreciate that.
Ron said, late to the party watching Royals in 29 years. Okay, so Doug and Ron both had something. So Doug had said, a married man who's right 90% of the time. I need those tricks. Here's the catch, though. I don't think his wife is saying he's right 90% of the time.
No, she'd put that at like...
She would
30,
flip
70.
it. She would flip it.
30,
He's right
70.
10% of the time, and he's wrong 90.
37. But in this arena, all right, my little TV arena, I got some knowledge.
You got some.
I got some
thoughts.
ledge. Got some knowledge.
Yeah.
Some thoughts. I got thoughts.
You got thoughts.
Oh, I kind of have an eye. I kind of know this a little bit.
You
I
do.
think, at
You
this
do.
point, I should. If I didn't, it's time for me to look into another career.
Then this brings us to Ron. He was watching the Royals. 29 years of marriage was never right. Oh, but that's why it didn't last. So let's see. Olivia said it's part of her daily life now.
I was a disc jockey. I could have been in radio. I love radio.
Yes.
But here's the problem with radio. It died a long time ago. You could still do it. It just, there's no money in it. It's like the one thing that's so much fun, you would consider doing it for free. Like for real. Like that's how much fun it is.
Okay. I wanted to be in radio.
Yeah, it's great.
I wanted to, I worked for the PBS affiliate. It was the first semester in college, and so it was so hard. I cried every day, and I'd call my mom,
Not
and
nice.
I
said nice.
I did. I cried every day. And I said, I want to dye my hair purple, get a ton of piercings, and go into radio.
Oh.
That did not happen. I think it was piercings or tattoos. I think I wanted both. I wanted piercings and tattoos. I wanted purple hair.
When was this? Like a couple years ago?
This was in college.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
so a couple years ago. No, not. But that's what I wanted. Yeah.
I'm thinking, go for it, man. Follow your dream.
Follow your
I think you need to do it.
What would you do? So I would definitely dye my hair if I wasn't in TV. What would you do if you were not in TV
nothing.
and you could
I'd look the same.
I don't
Dude,
think. Would you grow a beard?
No, man, I'm the same.
Would you buzz your hair?
No, exactly the same. I mean, I don't change. I haven't changed. Dude, I have not changed a thing about me in this career since I started. I am the same.
I've actually seen from when
Guy.
you worked at the station across the street 20 years ago. I've seen, and you do have. I mean, it's the same look. If
But
they
it
watched
is.
you 20
I
years
wear
ago,
the same suit. And here's the other thing. I tell the same jokes. That's how
That's why you
sad.
have to go
That's
to a
how
different
sad
station.
this is. Every 15 years I got to change
you got to
stations.
change partners.
So
yeah.
the jokes will land. Yeah, I haven't changed. So I am who I am. Like
Yeah.
I'm me. And if I was in radio or I worked at Quick Trip, I'd be the same dude.
Yeah.
Like it's just,
I
wouldn't. I don't do. Somebody answer the question is, I don't do anything visually or physically to accommodate the job, if that makes sense.
yeah.
I don't wear my hair a certain way. I don't wear a certain like suit and tie. I don't. I just wear what I wear, and I have since the beginning. And no one's ever told me don't wear that. Oh, one guy did. One time that happened. in
Somebody
Chicago.
yesterday said they didn't like my dress. It was that leather dress.
I'm not talking about people watching.
Other people said they liked my dress. So
I liked your dress. I thought it was
Yeah.
good. No, I've had one general manager tell me to not wear a specific suit again. And I never
Okay,
did.
now looking back, were they right?
They were right. They were right. That was not a good look.
See? Yeah.
But it was conservative. It wasn't like he's got the window pane checkered coat with the bow tie. No, it was like a conservative looking suit, but it was really light. It was like a really light gray.
Yeah.
And it just didn't
It didn't work.
Didn't work, and it wasn't tailored very well because I'm cheap and anyway. So he called me in the next day and he's like, "Hey, that suit last night." I go, "Yeah." He's like, "Don't ever wear that again." I go, "Okay."
Did you keep it?
Yeah, I still have it.
Oh, I like that.
I still have that suit. It's a nice suit. It's got a hole in it though, and I don't know where the hole came from.
Probably Stephanie saying, "Don't wear that suit
No,
again."
no. I don't think the suit was that bad. I've worn the suit again, not on TV, but like in situations where I need to wear a suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A tan suit, a light suit. You didn't say tan. You said light blue,
gray.
Light
No,
gray.
like I look in this. I can't. There's nothing in this room that I could say it was.
We know what light gray looks like.
It was also. Yes, you do.
light gray.
I was trying to give you a visual aid so you could really know what light gray was.
You could wear it tomorrow. I think
I'm
you
not
should
wearing
wear
it tomorrow. I don't think it fits me.
It wouldn't matter. I think you should wear it tomorrow for all of our friends on After Hours.
So radio would be another career I would do.
Your wife said she has encouraged a new adventure as well, with a big smiley face. Here's the problem. At home, she's saying a new adventure, and then I'm saying, no new adventure. This is it for you. Stay here. And I'm sure it's been over the years.
No, there's no adventuring.
Doug said, you guys and Kelly Clarkson, we want to have y'all over for Thanksgiving this year, doors open.
Oh, that'd be kind of fun. I like that. Crashing a little tea given.
And then he also said, there's so much time left. Get inked and pierced.
I agree with him. Get your ink and your piercings.
If I showed up, and Karina liked my dress yesterday. Thank you.
Everybody liked your dress, except that one woman.
Exactly, except for that one woman.
My wife had an idea, and I don't know if we're ever going to do this.
Okay.
But it was a good idea for a podcast. What do you guys think? And you were. I don't want to say you were lukewarm, but you were all. But you.
I can't remember. Oh.
But you brought up some
yes.
concerns.
Yeah. I know what it is. Share it.
Do I need to? So
I think share it.
We thought about maybe reading and or talking about some of the worst, most mean viewer mail that we've ever received.
Yeah.
But we've received a lot of it.
I feel really blessed, and that's why I'm like, knock on wood. Here's why I'm lukewarm. Does it open up the door for other people to like be mean because they're like maybe they'll read the comment on air?
Yeah. So that was your concern, was that maybe it would open this door. But I feel like we got a really good group of like viewers, friends
who watch, who have our back.
I don't think it'd be. What do you guys think? I don't think they would like open the floodgates of hate, which is also known as the internet.
Yeah, there are mean people on the internet.
No.
There's also, here's so what's funny.
Nice.
There's also, and so if people write into the Connect 3, which is our work email, everybody sees it.
Yeah.
So here's the funny thing about the dress that I had on yesterday. I think it was very adorable.
It's a good dress.
Other people, so many people have written in who have asked me, where did you get the dress? Because they like the dress. But it was a pleather dress, which is, I would say it is a little bit edgier. Pleather.
Yeah.
Loose.
A little pleather.
So I would say it is a little bit of, I don't know. I think it plays to it. My Nana liked the dress.
Dress aside, no, I think that the idea would be just to share some of the more. I've got some good stories.
Yeah, I got off on a tangent.
I mean,
the point was that everybody that we work with sees these emails.
Yes, and so then the people at work that are not the most kind will remind you of the email. They'll say, like, "Oh, hey Jeff, don't worry about the person that emailed in and said you're horrible." They don't know what they're talking about. I'm like, thanks. I tried to forget that and delete it, but thank you for bringing it back up, big guy. Appreciate that. He's like, just look it out for you, man. Don't worry about it.
But we do work with a lot of great people that
that don't bring up
that don't bring it up, or that like are mad for you, so you don't have to be mad.
Well, but then sometimes
you'll do that for me. You'll be mad for me.
Is that being mad though? Is sometimes that just a way for them to like bring it up?
No, because there have been times where you were genuinely upset for me, so that I didn't have to.
There's some that are. The people should be found and.
But that's where I'm like, hey, I appreciate you looking out.
But I'm just curious with it. I've got some good stories. I got one. We could do this next week. I got one where I had people that had emailed the television station demanding I be fired.
Oh.
Yes, and when you find out why, you'll understand what we're saying. That people sometimes aren't logical. You don't have like a logical train of thought. But yeah, and that was before the internets.
Oh, yeah.
That was when you had to like...
actually handwrite a letter.
Well, was it emails? A bunch of emails.
Saying, I demand he be fired.
He demanded I'd be fired.
Here's what I love. So Doug said, I think y'all get so much love from folks, it would be seen as humorous. I agree. I also feel like, Doug, you would like defend our honor.
Well, but I think it'd be fascinating to see...
what people write in.
Yeah, you'd be... telling you,
there's some that are inappropriate that there's one in particular that I know that you know of that I'm like, I don't know that I can say those words on the internet.
Well, here's the thing before we go. I'm kicking myself, and you should do this now, or we should do this. I thought it would be great I should have saved every one of those bad emails and text messages or whatever they were, not text messages, but emails or letters, and write a book. I put them in a book. Like I thought that would be so cool to put them all in a book, just like. You just call the book like Mean People, and you could just like because some of them are classic.
They are
like, just incredibly good.
And we all have them, and we all do share. Like there are people that like you bring the stories from other shops.
Yes.
So maybe we'll do it. People are on board with it.
Good. Well, we are out of time, but we'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Right?
7:30.
7:30. Thanks for watching.